Hi. Alright. We have some things to talk about today. Today, we're here to talk about Dr. Phil. There's been a lot going on with Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil is getting exposed by Bhad Bhabie, whatever. And about what's going on with the TurnAbout Ranch and all that kind of weird stuff, that's going on here. So, we're going to go ahead and expose our big buddy here, Dr. Phil. Okay, anyway, Dr. Phil, he hasn't publicly commented on this, but people are asking him to. It's just all over social media, people are asking him to, but, whatever. But anyway, we're going to listen to what she had to say, but before we even do that, make sure you guys, y'all know what to do. Make sure y'all, like, subscribe, and do all that, do hippie stuff, Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe button, and we're going to have some fun with this. And we're gonna first, before I can even discuss it, we're gonna talk about the facts first and go over what is all there to be said about it before I can even, talk about it. But anyway, let's go ahead and check it out.
And they act like Dr. Phil and parents send their kids here for these people for the kids to actually get more traumatized. Well, they don't know. No, I'm saying they don't know they're sending their kid here for this. But when you send your kid to this facility,
Is that no mom
your child
talking?
just gets more traumatized. It's called TurnAbout Ranch, right? So my mom just showed me this article. Woman says she was punished at TurnAbout Ranch after reporting a sexual assault. So,
I mean, yeah, you're gonna have all these
really
men take advantage of these girls
there,
up there, and I don't know why Dr. Phil be letting
There was
do
a
it.
time over about 2.5 weeks.
These parents are stupid as that. I'll tell you that.
Like 2.5 weeks where simply for talking upstairs in the loft
the
where all the girls would
parents,
sleep,
okay?
for talking there, right? For talking and singing songs together, we were forced to sit outside in the cold. They would feed us foods they knew we specifically didn't like.
I feel like they got a lot of minority kids and they
They
take
would make us pick up
advantage of
horse
this.
shit. They would make us walk an arena. They actually made me walk the arena, me and the other girls, for 5 days straight without letting. Now you're supposed to let the kids, even if they're in trouble, you're supposed to let the kids change their clothes every day, and then they're supposed to shower every 3 days. They did not let us shower. They did not let us change our clothes. I don't even think they let us shower over the whole 2 weeks. They made me walk in the arena, and I got athlete's foot from it. They wouldn't let me change my socks. I got athlete's foot from it, and I had a UTI. I told the nurse I had a UTI from them not letting me change my underwear. I told them I had this UTI, right? I told the nurse, she said, "You're just looking for an excuse to go to the hospital so you can run away." Now, meanwhile, this whole facility is in the middle of Escalante, Utah. And even the hospital, it's a small town.
Utah?
There's
Yeah,
about
that
500
explains it.
people that live there. This town is very small. Like I said, it's only about 4 blocks. The hospital is in the same area now this place is literally 2 hours from any main city. If you try to run anywhere, you're either gonna get eaten by coyotes or you're just gonna fucking die from the freezing weather.
Okay, first off, I don't think there was coyotes in Utah because coyotes need a certain type of weather, and this a desert is not really coyote land. Like, we have coyotes in my state, and we're not a dry bone desert, so I don't think coyotes can just live out in the middle of nowhere. You're probably more worried about rattlesnakes, which I would probably think would be more of a concern for you than more of a coyotes in that instant. But she has a point though. You most likely would die of dehydration before you can even die of But dying of coyotes is, I don't think, is the least of your concern. But anyway, let's keep watching.
Even if you go to the hospital, now the hospital is about 15 minutes from the facility. If you go to the hospital, you can't run away. It's the same thing as running away from the facility. So if I was trying to run away, why wouldn't I just run from the place? Like, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm small and shit. Like, I'm not just gonna be chasing bears out here and shit. Like, the fuck? You like, these people are so fucking dumb. Like, when I tell you so fucking dumb, I can't even fucking explain it to you. And so after this 2 weeks of us being malnourished, not being able to bathe, not being able to fucking speak to anybody, not being able to talk to our therapist, nothing. Not being able to send our parents letters. Now at this place, you're supposed to be here for around 100 days, so around 3 months, right? I was extended. I had to stay there for 3 months, for an extra 3 months, for no fucking reason. They lied to my mother, all because the people there seen the Dr. Phil show and knew that I had some steam when I was, that I had some steam on the internet, so they wanted me to stay there for an extra 3 months just to fuck with me. They lied to my mother. Now you can't talk to your parents on the phone, right? You only get to see your parents. They get to come to Utah and see you for 3 days on your 50-day mark. Then they get to see you when they come pick you up for graduation. I was sending my mom letters telling her how they weren't feeding us. They were feeding us food, like they would try to feed me peanut butter. I don't fucking eat peanut butter. And I made that clear multiple times. Even when it was time to eat food there, I made it clear multiple times, like, oh, I don't really like peanut butter, I don't really like peanut butter. And even on the days when I
people have nut allergies,
when
though.
I was just like living my life there, whatever's on the menu, you have to take a certain amount of each. And if you don't eat everything that's on your plate, they literally, they force you to eat it. Or you could go sit in a desk and face the wall and be fed fucking cornflakes and fucking peanut butter sandwiches and cold ramen. They literally make the ramen 30 minutes before it's time to serve dinner and then give it to you when it's cold. They'll purposely put it in the fridge. Like, these people are fucking evil. When I tell you, I can't even explain how. I get it, like taking the privileges away and stuff, but to a certain degree. You don't have to fucking not let kids eat. And
I'm sorry, Juvie takes care of their kids better than they do this. Juvie, like with kids that are crazy, Juvie has different policies that they withhold. They can't do crap like this. And they take care of their kids, but because this is a private organization, they're probably able to hide it a little bit better than they are able to, because a public organization we pay with our tax dollars, like juvie, prison, all that stuff, they have to follow different regulations and guidelines. This is a private organization. They probably don't follow those guidelines because they're not a government organization, so they can probably mess with all those guidelines. And for a TV production to support that, I don't know what TV production is behind that, which I believe is people taking legal action to whoever the TV production is, and Dr. Phil and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to do your part, I would say stop watching any Dr. Phil episodes. They'll support any of that right now until the lawsuits are finished. And I would show that if people stop watching and supporting it, like they did with Ellen, enough people were able enough to stop supporting Ellen. They first had to come out and apologize and hire new people. And she hired that co-host, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, make sure to stay away from the show right now until lawsuit and legal action is able to be taken care of. So then, but anyway, let's just keep watching.
I understand, like, oh, if you do something wrong, you gotta walk a couple laps or something. But taking kids food is not a privilege. Like, your parents are fucking spending $100,000 to send you to this place, and you're not even feeding them. But anyways, so after that whole 2 weeks of all that, like I said, not being able to shower, not being able to.
So they make your parents pay for that? The TV company don't even pay for that? Oh. Mm-hmm.
By the way, my mom didn't receive any of those letters that I sent her about them not feeding me, how I had a UTI, how they wouldn't let me change my clothes, how I don't even know how the UTI went away. This bitch would not give me fucking medication. She would not. She refused. She swore I was lying up and down. When I never had I think I had one sick day there when my throat was sore. That's it. And I did have a sore throat from being out in the cold, and this was within that 2 weeks, and I told them, and they wouldn't even give me cough syrup, nothing. I was coughing, I was all that shit. I had a little bit of a fever. They still made me sit outside in the cold. You know when you have like that head cold and like your throat is sore and you just feel like, ugh, That's that feeling I had. And I had it for about 4 or 5 days. And this bitch wouldn't give me nothing for it. Not even a fucking cup of tea. So anyways, so 2 weeks. So after that whole 2.5 weeks.
Look at your comments. Dang, man.
So after that whole 2 weeks of that, right? Hold on. After that whole 2 weeks of that, me and one of the girls that were there, one of the girls, she was very attention seeking. Me and her were cool, but she was very attention seeking, and she tried to tell me, like, just for attention, like, you know, wanted to feel special. She told me that one of the male staff there was like saying how he loved to spend time with her, and she thinks she's really pretty and all that. I don't believe a word she said, right? I know she was just making this up for me to think she was cool or whatever. But anyways, so I told one of the staff, because now my ass had just been in trouble for fucking 2.5 weeks. I wanted to be able to eat. I wanted to be able to shower. I wanted to be able to take care of myself. I didn't want to fucking do all that extra shit. So I told the staff, I was like, look, blah, 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 said this, that, and the third to me. Like, I don't know how y'all want to take care of that, but just know all I did was hear it. I got in trouble. I didn't even say anything back to her, nothing. All I did was go instantly report it to staff. And I got in trouble for talking bad about it.
So that's sad. That's honestly sad to see that happen. But that's just the case here. It's really sad to see it. You hate to see it. But it's the stuff we have to just deal with in society. But hopefully a lawsuit and police will start doing investigation. There's like other news articles have been going into this. So it's going to finally hit. Just give it a few weeks, and then it's going to hit mainstream media news. And once it reaches mainstream media news, and then once it reaches mainstream media news, then then it's going to start attracting more attention. Just give it a few weeks for it to hit mainstream media news, and then because right now millions of people see this online, so just give it a second to hit mainstream media news, and then eventually it's going to blow up and all kind of stuff. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. This is only 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲 Studios. Make sure you guys click on the links in the description. Have some fun with that, and we'll see y'all later.